Our whole situation started with Diane in the hospital, and we were hoping to find the cure and find a better solution, but her doctor caught me in the hall one day and he says, "It's time for hospice. I think we should make that our next plan."
My mother was having some tests done, and it was looking as if she had some serious health problems, and that was when we found out that she would be facing the end of her days. It was a lot of chaos and a lot to come to terms with. And at some point in the hospital, the word hospice came up. And that's when we started to look at it seriously, and Mom made the decision that she would like to go there.
I went to Judy at Hospice Waterloo Region to see what was available for us to do in our home, but not sure of what to expect and what to do. She filled me in on what was available and how it would work. And in our particular situation, that didn't seem to be a good option, the way our house was laid out and what Diane's needs were. So we ended up selecting a hospice, and we were notified fairly quickly that there was a bed for her. Our first thoughts about going into hospice was maybe a little unsure and kind of not knowing.
I had lots of fears related to what a hospice was, what it would look like and feel like. I was afraid that it would be a big focus on death, when in fact it was a focus on life when we got there.
We arrived and got into the room, and we were probably in the room for 5 minutes when Diane looked over at me and said, "We should have done this weeks ago. This is comfortable and this is perfect."
When we arrived, immediately we were reassured because there were two staff standing outside of the hospice, and they greeted us and introduced themselves by name, asked how we were doing. Mom told them that she had some pain, and they said that they would get her comfortable in her bed, in her room, and make sure that they took care of her discomfort. The two staff humanized the whole experience because they were relating to us on a human level.
It was obvious right off the bat the care that she was going to be receiving. One of the things that we had experienced in the hospital, they used a dry chemical to wash Diane's hair. And she said it more than once that any way I can get my hair washed. And it was almost instant. Somebody grabbed a tub, they adjusted the bed, and in 10 minutes her hair was washed and fluffed dry. Just the little touches that made her stay comfortable.
When Mom passed away, there was a quilt over a coffin, and the staff lined the hallway and saw her out, which felt very fitting because my mother was a quilter, and it felt like she was wrapped in a warm blanket, and that again it wasn't something that was cold, it was a warm memory for us.
There was as many tears when she passed from staff as there was from our family. A wonderful moment for her and a very comforting moment for us as a family.
I am just so incredibly grateful that we were able to get into hospice, and I try to tell people how great it is, because I can't imagine experiencing what we did without being in that very environment. I cannot imagine it, and I don't want to imagine it. It was so wonderful and such a privilege.